Lehigh County is a great place to live, and we take so much for granted. But for some people, the things we take for granted just aren't possible, like running to the grocery store or walking to the kitchen to prepare a meal. That's why there's Meals on Wheels. Meals on Wheels of Lehigh County is a nonprofit organization that delivers 2 nutritious meals a day to homebound residents throughout Lehigh County. Thanks to our dedicated volunteers and donations from our many generous supporters, Meals on Wheels is able to make a difference in hundreds of lives every day, right here in Lehigh County. Today, more than 4 decades after Meals on Wheels delivered its first meals, we have hundreds of clients, served by hundreds of volunteers, and supported by hundreds of donors throughout Lehigh County. Let's spend a few moments learning a little bit more about these very special groups. If you're an adult living in Lehigh County, if you're homebound, if you're unable to prepare your own meals, then you're probably eligible for Meals on Wheels.
Good morning, Meals on Wheels. How are you? Looking well today? It's shepherd's pie today for you and
Meals on Wheels delivers meals right to the door.
I love you.
In fact, if you prefer, our volunteer will bring the meals in and put them right on your table or counter.
Everyone takes such good care of me. They even bring in my mail when the weather's ugly.
Meals on Wheels are great, but they're not as good as my wife's cooking.
I love Meals on Wheels food.
It's easy to sign up, and eligibility is based on need, not on income. The meals are prepared by Meals on Wheels of Northampton County. They're approved by a nutritionist, and they meet Pennsylvania's strict dietary guidelines for older adults. For weekends, we deliver 2 frozen meals. And we use a 5-week rotating menu to ensure that our clients get not only the nutrition they need, but also a nice variety of foods.
I'm diabetic, and I get my Meals on Wheels. They give me diabetic food.
We can also accommodate clients who have renal conditions, as well as clients who require soft or pureed foods. Our volunteers are a pretty hardy bunch, but sometimes severe snow and ice can make driving dangerous, if not outright impossible. That's why we give our clients a box containing a 1-day supply of shelf-stable food, just in case we can't deliver. All it takes to get started is a phone call to our office. We'll send our caseworker to your home or apartment to take down your dietary needs and to determine an affordable fee. At that time, we can also help put you in touch with other community-based services.
My wife could not cook no more. She said she wanted to get Meals on Wheels, so we applied for them and got them.
This is the heart and soul of Meals on Wheels, our volunteers. 66 volunteers every weekday deliver meals to our clients. In a little over 2 hours, they'll visit 350 people. They'll brighten their days, they'll brighten their lives. Our volunteers deliver almost 140,000 meals a year, donate 35,000 hours of their time, and drive 160,000 miles using their own cars.
Those are huge numbers, but they're the sum of thousands of smaller individual efforts. Volunteering with Meals on Wheels is a simple and rewarding way to make a positive impact on your community.
It's just been a very fulfilling experience. Good for me, good for the community.
We do Meals on Wheels because we wanted to do something together after retirement. Joe likes to drive, I like to meet people, so this was perfect.
Our delivery volunteers make a difference in every life they touch.
We love volunteering.
It is really a very rewarding activity. We get to see people who might see no other person during the day, and we get to check on them.
They all want to see that you're in good health, that you can make it through another day.
We try to make volunteering as easy and convenient as possible. Volunteers deliver meals weekdays between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. You can sign up for 1 day a week, 1 day a month, even on a substitute basis. We're glad to have you for whatever fits your schedule.
Jane and I have been friends for years, and we were looking for an opportunity to do some volunteer work, and we decided Meals on Wheels was going to be the right thing for us.
We do it for the donuts, we do it for the people, we do it for the fun.
You can even use volunteering to connect with your community, whether you're volunteering as part of a company or a civic or religious group.
I began delivering Meals on Wheels about 8 years ago. I found it was a great opportunity for me to be able to volunteer in my community, as well as be able to fit it into our busy lives, both professionally and personally.
And Air Products allows us to deliver Meals on Wheels on our lunch break. We have 4 teams that go out twice a week and deliver meals to the community, and it's very rewarding to all of us because we can do this for our company and for ourselves as well.
3 years ago, our company sponsored a Day of Caring. So there were several of us that went out to volunteer for Meals on Wheels of the Lehigh County. So when we got back, we decided we had such a great time that we wanted to start our own team. And we volunteer now in East Allentown on Route 23. There's 24 of us, and a lot of folks volunteer for lots of different reasons.
In the late 80s, my family was actually victimized by a burglar in the home, and it actually took my grandfather's life. Crime victims of the Lehigh Valley had put my grandmother in touch with Meals on Wheels of Lehigh County. And from that moment on, it really helped our family. We felt more secure that she was being looked on a daily basis. It actually took the burden away from my mom and my aunt because they were both working full-time to know that she was actually cared about and, dropped in on and the meals delivered.
After my mom died, my dad had Meals on Wheels for a little over 3.5 years. And it was a real blessing to him. Not only were the meals good, and he looked forward to someone dropping in on him midday, but it was a blessing too to my sister and me to know that someone was looking in on him like that.
Over 90% of the people we serve can't afford the full cost of their meals, which is why we rely on donations. Without the donations of our generous supporters, we wouldn't be able to meet the needs of those who need our service most.
Well, after 10 years of doing Route 18, I decided it would be a good idea for me to volunteer for the board in order to help out in the way the organization is run and to see how things happen. And we found out that the organization is highly responsible, financially very stable, and very sustainable, so that it really does very well with limited resources. And we decided that maybe it's time that we also began to donate on a regular basis in order to help support all the activities of the organization.
Can't emphasize enough the regular donations that come in, because there are so many of our clients that are not able to pay in full, and they need that help year after year. And especially in these last years, we found, I know the organization has found, that they need regular donors. That's the most important way that Meals on Wheels is able to continue the work that they do, which we think is just wonderful.
If you're a donor or a volunteer, thank you. Without you, Meals on Wheels would not exist. We would not be able to serve the people in our community who are homebound and need our service. And there would be people right here in Lehigh County who would go hungry. So thank you.